afternoon, YouTube. Lawfully Arm coming to you live from the internet on the latter half of my lunch break. Let's see. Already removed the outer carton so as to not dox my address. This is what a care package from Prepared Citizens TV looks like. We can get in here without nicking a Slishman. Pressure wrap. There we go. In that corner. Ordered a big bag of goodies from Jay last week. And just got them in. Well, no, it was the end of the week before last. But the Rayburn post office local to him that he drops off at, they like to sit on stuff for 2 or 3 days. I guess it's a little podunk town down South Alabama. So I got 3 of Jay's UV5R guards. I guess this is something that he's 3D printing himself. But these just screw onto your UV5R Bellfang radio using the hinge clips off the back, and that gives you a guard. I guess if it were facing you, gives you a protector for your volume and power knob, and then it also fences off your talk buttons. So it's just a little fencing. About 3 of those. Give those a try. Maybe we'll have this is more of a preview than a review. How flexible, Pat asks. He's going to get me to break one to find out. They're pretty rigid. Oh, yep, I delaminated that one. Thanks, Pat. That's how rigid. They're probably pretty concise when they're mounted. I will try and heat that up, maybe. I don't know. Put that one on the top of the stack, so I know that's the one I cracked already. Not real flexible. Pretty rigid. I would guess that is probably just regular nylon, not PLA, but I don't know. Nerd. Alright, I said bottom, but now it's on, or the top, but now it's on the bottom of the stack. So remember that. And then I went ahead and got some of his tape plates. And I got it in the high vis red. Because I'll be honest, I probably use these for more than just medical needs. That already keep some duct tape in my ankle IFAC. I'm kind of thinking, to be honest, I could probably drop one of these in the ankle fac and reduce the footprint of it. And it's cool because these are refillable. So thank you, Jay. They're very rigid. They're thick plastic. It looks like the layer lines run this or this way. So like this is the width, this is the layer build for people who are going to ask. I love that everything that Jay ships, he itemizes it in these heavy mill bags. Super reusable. And then we got a bunch of individual Slishmans and a bunch more of these EDC kits. These are great. Those are $5 over regular Slishman. You get the Slishman pressure wrap, the compressed gauze, and 1 pair of gloves. Super great gifting idea. Throw one in your bag, throw one in your center console. In the notes, I forgot to mention it, but I gave him a super chat, reminded him, and he took care of me. I asked that I had a preference of the orange Slishmans. To be honest, what I'll do is probably these kits that don't have an orange in them, or that have an orange in them, I'll switch the orange out with the black. And I'll go ahead and pull that wrapper off of the Slishman so that they're staged. And last but not least, possibly the first ever in the wild, Chungus coaster. It's very frail, so I'm not flexing this, Pat. It's thin, like 2 or 3 layers thin. It is just a coaster. The Chungus. Thank you, Jay. Use coupon code TMT. That's Tango Mike Tango. Letters TMT. At preparedcitizenstg.com. Not only will that save you 10% off on your order, but for a limited time, it will get you a free Chungus Squirrel coaster. And that is this Friday's Metal Call. Sponsored by, hashtag not sponsored by, preparedcitizenstrainingroup.com. All right, now that we got that spot out, let's read the comments and see what everybody's up to. Yes, Valar, I am trans. You got me. You got me. Miss Billy, good afternoon. That guy busted me out. The guy in the chat called it. Yep, he called it. I was born a boy, and now I'm a woman. What's everybody up to today? Just burning up what's left of lunch. I actually had to go porch pirate that off the old home address, because at checkout I had everything in, you know, billing address, shipping address, and it was like payment option because he uses Shopify for his web store. And I clicked Google Pay and didn't even think about it and just bow. And then after I got the confirmation email, I was like, drats, I shipped that to the old address. So I had to run by there, check the mailbox. Also trying out some new shoes. I wanted some of those like zero drop shoes, or like barefoot shoes. Got the wide toe box so your toes can splay. I got that first pair in and wore them yesterday and liked them enough that I ordered another pair yesterday and attached it to an Amazon order I already had coming. I guess I will pull my shoe off to show that to you too. They're a Stevo brand, zero drop, and they come with optional, they come with just the flat insoles, but they come with a pair of orthopedic arch support. That way if you want no heel, but you want, I gotta untie it, slip it back on. Everybody likes a troll. I need the watch time though, so I'll go with it. I don't have a good Starscream impression though, so you'll just have to live without that. I got time to kill. Might as well switch those out while I'm talking. Go back to the top and call everybody out. Pat Riot, Markin, Groundbird, hello, hello. We got Miss Billy. Just made chocolate cake. Well, that sounds good. I don't need that, but that sounds good. I'm not normally a chocolate person really, but I could probably eat a slice of chocolate cake right now. One complaint I do have. what Jay has for gauze varies. This is a bigger pack of gauze than what's in the one I already have. So that lays flatter. But get the little gauzies back in there. What I like to also do is go ahead and add, and I'll do that when I get home, I like to add a tube of the like new skin or whatever, like the super glue band-aid stuff. I like to add that in too. Sorry, I know that scrunching of the plastic is probably like raping y'all's ears right now. Try and squeeze as much of the air out of there as possible. There we go. So then now that one's replaced. And I got an orange one to run in the wild. I've got enough of these rolling around, I may leave the wrapper on that. Just so if I gift one to somebody, they kind of got an idea. They've got the instructions on it and they know what it's called. So I don't have to repeat myself and hope that they remember. So I'll leave this one wrapped. That's really the only one I gotta rob, because the rest of them are already orange in the kit. No, the kit's, there's another kit that's black. I didn't pay attention. Kit is black. That's what I want. I want the orange ones on the loose. So I've only got one other to switch out. No, that's black too. Cool. I did that. So I got my Chungus. I got my four EDC kits. And then 4 slush moons. Just did 100 body weight squats while fueling. Nice. I'd be stove up. I am pretty stove up today. That delayed onset muscle soreness is real. Groundbird said nice bed. I don't know that I understand. What do you mean nice bed? Throw a couple fabric band-aids and butterfly closures in there. Weighs nothing. Yep, you could definitely, you can always plus up those kits from Jay. He does good stuff. I'm betting. Well, I would never use that much tape at one time. I think we got it. That's like the same width. And I can put that in behind another pair of gloves on my ankle rig. Those are kind of fuzzy. I don't think that'll kick out of there. Let's see. I may need to rearrange these pockets. Do the tape with the gauze. And a now getting long in the tooth pair of gloves. These gloves are probably retirable. 4 or 5 years old. You know what? I think where's that one that I changed out? Right there. I think I'm gonna rat fuck that one and rebuild my ankle kit while we're talking. Hey, twin. Glad to have you here. You definitely can use code TAS. All the love, no hate. But I'm going to tell you use code TMT. Because right now, if you use TMT, twin, you get this bomb-ass chungus coaster to put your adult beverage of choice on. So now we'll have 2 guys. So I might have to spread this stuff out. I'm getting overzealous thinking I can fit it all in there. Got the piranha shears. I don't have a Sharpie because I don't think under normal rule of law that's terribly important. And the space is kind of a priority. Do the tape on this side. And we'll see. I didn't do it last year when I rebuilt, about this time last year when I rebuilt this ankle kit. Yeah, that's good. I didn't include a Slishman because I couldn't get it in there without it being too puffy. So run the gloves behind the tape, and then we'll run the Slishman in front of that with the leading in facing up. I think I'll be able to squish all that down. So I swapped out the Slishman for the old SWAT tee, because it's heavy. It really is. It's just a big, wide rubber stretch, wrap, and tuck. You can use him as a tourniquet or a pressure bandage. It does everything the Slishman does, except it's just wide rubber, or wide, like, elasticy stuff. But it's harder to self-apply as a tourniquet than the Slishman is. So I think I'm going to plus up on the gauze and remove the SWAT tee from the kit. I'll just throw that, I guess, back in my bag. Oh, and then I do have fresh gloves, so I can replace the crusty old gloves. We'll use these for practice or the next time I clean a gun or something. Waste not, want not, as the old-timers say. I think I can shove them down deep in that pocket and not lose them, maybe. Kind of nestled in there. We'll give that a try. Stream topic. It is a mail call. No, I'm going to have the same problem I did last year. That's why. It's with the Slishman in there. It doesn't have enough length to wrap around. Dang. Let me see. I may be able to include the Slishman, but not plus up the gauze. That may be the trade-off here. Let me go back to the one gauze. And we'll see if maybe we can get that. I might also unwrap the Slishman and make it a little taller so that it's not as wide. I squirreled middle of the answer. So topic for today is medical. We had a mail call from Jay at Prepared Citizens Training Group. I placed an order from him and he loaded me up on Slishman pressure wraps and a bunch of his $15 EDC kits. They include a Slishman pressure wrap, a 6-ply 4.5 inch by 4.1 yard compressed gauze, and a pair of wrapped by him or his wife medical gloves. $15, are real compact. You push the air out of it, you sit on it a day or two, and you wear it in your back pocket. And it looks bulkier than it is. I promise when you sit on it, it's not bad because all that kind of slips and slides and finds a place. I would move the gloves down here. That way you can kind of roll the top over so it doesn't stick up out of your pocket. But then when you go to reach for it in your back pocket, you can catch the lip and pull it out. Works good. And I just like giving the Slishmans away. PreparedCitizensTG.com. Coupon code at checkout, TMT, saves you 10%. And right now gets you the awesome Tactical Muffin Top Chungus the Squirrel. If you're new to the channel, you'll have to catch one of the live streams. We'll reference Chungus. He's kind of the TMT channel mascot. Gone but not forgotten, Chungus. Huh. Look at that. The tape I took out. And that gauze that's left in those old gloves. I just almost make another kit. Anyways, y'all, like, share, and sub to Lawfully Armed. Tune in to Tactical Muffin Top. Normally on Tuesdays. No, I can't even keep my own schedule straight. Sunday nights and Tuesday nights, sometimes Thursday, about 7:30 Central, 7 p.m. Central. And this is going to be Lawfully Armed, out for now. Maybe. Bye.